And welcome back to Unboxed. I'm your host, Rice D. And I thank all of y'all for being in the place with me. Appreciate all y'all, all of my solid men and women. I want to welcome all y'all in. Hey, we made it to Thursday, one more to Friday. As you come in, tap that like button. Like you're wiping your shoes, wiping your feet off before you walk on the clean carpet. Make sure you tap that like button at least one time. Y'all know how we do. We're going to have some great conversations today. You go ahead and cut the music for y'all. I appreciate all y'all being here with me today. Hope everybody's enjoying their day so far. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly, and drop a 2 in the chat if I sound like I'm underwater, which I don't really think I should, but y'all let me know. And welcome in, welcome in. Drop your city in the comments so I can show some love from my city to your city. Y'all see I'm representing the Windy City. Hey, it's football season. How couldn't I? I appreciate everybody coming in. My man Trey L, what's up, what's up? I see my man Jose in the building, Terry Lavender in the building, my man Mo in the building. Mr. Wright, what's going down? I see Susan in the building too. Drop your city in the comments, all my solid men and solid women. It is a good day today, a great vibe. I hope everybody is enjoying their day. Keep on tapping that like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Keep us on the algorithm. Let us do our thing. Now, if you've been here before, you know how we do. We always start off with the Rice's Rules tip of the day. Cincinnati in the house. I see you, Cincinnati. What's up? What's up? We always start off with the tip of the day because you know, I'm all about safety and situational awareness, but we got some good topics today, But we're going to start with the tip of the day. And it is a man who goes to the bank, drives home, and doesn't realize he has some visitors on his tail. So we're going to get to the video and then we're going to unbox it. Let's go. Got back in, and you'll see truck pull up. Give it 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 up. They trying to get in the window up. He ain't going. Give it up. Give it up. And then he pulls up. Now, run that back for the folks just coming in. Good, yeah. Okay, we'll walk in the building. You gotta understand something. When you are driving home from 2025, you have got to you check your rearview mirror, and you gotta go around before you park your car. There is a way to avoid that because he got lucky. I'm gonna tell y'all now, he got lucky. Because it didn't have to go down like that. So my question to you is, do you think about checking your mirror when you leaving the bank, when you withdrawing money, when you getting your paper? And I want to say what's up to my big bro. I see Troy in the building. What's going down, bro? Do you check your rearview mirror? Drop a 1 in the chat if you are aware and you practice Rice's Rules. And drop a 2 in the chat if you don't care because you think you're safe. You live in a good neighborhood. This ain't never happened to you and nobody else that you know. So you don't think it might happen to you. I want to see what we're doing out here. Because me personally, I keep my head on a swivel. If I'm going to the bank, you best believe that I am watching my back. I'm trying to see everything that's going on. I'm in my mirror. And you know what? If I see a car, I'm not going home. He ain't going to know where I live at, because you got to understand something. The jump out crew have GPS. They might not stop at that time if you make it in the house. But that don't mean that they won't double back and come knock on your door. Scott said, whatever happened to getting a job? I know, Scott, but you know what, though? When people make it easy for the bad guys don't care about no job. You they job. See, the mindset of what happened to getting a job, that's very important, but we have to understand there's a lot of people that's not on the same type of time that you are. Trayell said, we had to be careful out here. He got very lucky. I thought he was good as gone. And you know what, bro? He had a really good chance to being good as gone. But you know what? Them guys, to be honest with you, I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Those guys really weren't the type of guys that be riding around in Chicago. Because there's some guys, they wasn't going to just let you pull off. See, when you get in that situation where they banging on your window, it's too late. You got to keep your head on the swivel, watch that mirror, and know what's happening around you. Exactly, my man. Hey, I'm gonna run through a couple of these. I see my man Larry from Scotland. What's going down? What's going down? My man Mickey say, that's why you back up and back in. I get that, but you know what? The way they got to his window, backing in ain't what saved them. What saved them is the fact that they wasn't really trying to get that car. That's just the truth. What saved him is that they weren't trying to get that car. Because if they was really trying to get that car, they would have probably did something to try to make him get up out of there. We got a lady replying. We got my lady Roseanne. Some places it's hard getting a job. But yes, car thefts is getting bad among other things, even in Canada. See, it ain't just here. You'll hear people talking about, oh, yeah, you know, it's like this. No, hey, that happens all over the place. And the Rice's Rules tip of the day, always check your mirror. Make sure you're not being followed. If you feel like you're being followed, make sure that you drive their ass straight to the police station. That's where you go. You don't go home. If you got to, you go to the police station. My man Trey L., he said, I always check my surroundings 24/7. Even when I'm at the spot, I stay on it. I called my children's mom sending her cousins after me back in 2015. I'm glad that I always check my 6 every few minutes. You got to, bro. You got to. It's just that real. If you just coming in, make sure you tap that like button like you're wiping your shoes off when you're walking on clean carpet. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Welcome in. My man Donald said, I even use the mirrors on the atmosphere, and I'm in agreement. Nice country, but there's still bad ones out there. It's bad ones everywhere. You know, that whole idea that, you know, you could just live in a great neighborhood. Bad guys know where the good neighborhoods are. You understand what I'm saying? Bad guys know where the good neighborhoods are. It's just that simple. Now, for all of my sports fans, and this, I ain't going to stay on this long because I know y'all come here so we can have a real good conversation, but I would not be a sports fan if I did not show y'all this. What the hell is the Dallas Cowboys doing? The Dallas Cowboys have traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. For anybody that enjoys football, if you don't watch a lot of football, this might not mean nothing to you. But if you are a football fan, you know this idea right here is something that people in Dallas, and I know my big bro, he definitely don't like this because he a Cowboys fan. So yeah, just know that according to sources, Micah Parsons is being traded to the Green Bay Packers. I would never see them trading him to an interconference team. They both in the NFC. But hey, stranger things have happened, and you know how it works. If you in Jerry's world, you in Jerry's world. He gonna do what Jerry want to do. So if you're a football fan and you were betting on the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl this year, they just traded their best player away. So enough about ball, but y'all know me. I am a football player. So before I go on to the next subject, did the Dallas Cowboys make a mistake? Drop a 1 in the chat if you think the Dallas Cowboys made a mistake. Drop a 2 in the chat if you feel like, hey, they might be better off without Micah because Micah didn't want to play there no way. I want to hear what you think. My man Trey L say, bear down, baby. I hate this deal. He's going to be a problem. I hated the Bears all day. Hey, because you know they're going to see the Bears twice in a year and 3 times if the Bears go to the playoffs. So for people that play in the NFC North, that's going to be hell. My Bears, that's going to be a problem. Simple said put. Now we move on. But I had to get that out, guys, because when I saw that, I said, ain't no way in the world I'm not going to mention this today because I don't think as a football fan on planet Earth that don't care that Micah Parsons got traded from the Cowboys unless you just don't like the Cowboys. And I know there's a lot of people that don't like the Cowboys, but I know my big bro do. So shout out to you, big bro. They traded your best player. Y'all in trouble. Now, we're going to move on, folks. We're going to move on to our next subject. Now, this one is a good one. Let me get Mike off of there right quick. I know Cowboys fans, that's the last time y'all going to see him in that jersey. All right, so I'm going to preface this. I was talking earlier to some of the people on the page, and I was talking about how attraction makes such a huge difference when it comes down to ladies and who they choose. And sometimes they'll choose the guy that's not the best guy because he's not the best looking guy. So let's check out what this young lady has to say, and then we go unbox it.
I don't understand how us women can be so picky and we still don't pick right, because why did a guy who I know is so good for me ask me if I wanted to go to dinner and enjoy a walk in the park afterwards today? But it was last minute, so I told him like, no, I'm not feeling like it. Let's try again another time. But then one of my favorite boy toys asked me if I wanted to grab food, a bottle of wine, and enjoy skyline views tonight. And I told him yes. Y'all, I don't understand us women. Maybe we're just not meant to be understood, but I like him more, so it makes sense to me. And it was last minute, but it makes sense because I like him more. So guess where I'm going, y'all? I'm going to enjoy this bottle of wine, make out with my boo, and enjoy the skyline views tonight. Bye.
So, I don't want to say that I told you so or this is a real thing, but many times the determination when it comes down to a young lady is whether or not the man is more attractive to her. Now, I know people want to fight that narrative. They don't want that to be a thing. But my question to you is she picky or playing herself short? Let me play her one more time for the people that are just coming in. And my question to you is this young lady picky or is she playing herself short? Are women more shallow about a man's look than a man is about women's looks? Let's hear her one more time, and then I want your opinion. Don't be scared to use your fingers. Go ahead and type it. Let me hear what you think. But let's listen to her once more.
I don't understand how us women can be so picky and we still don't pick right, because why did a guy who I know is so good for me ask me if I wanted to go to dinner and enjoy a walk in the park afterwards today? But it was last minute, so I told him like, no, I'm not feeling like it. Let's try again another time. But then one of my favorite boy toys asked me if I wanted to grab food, a bottle of wine, and enjoy skyline views tonight. And I told him yes. Y'all, I don't understand us women. Maybe we're just not meant to be understood, but I like him more, so it makes sense to me. And it was last minute, but it makes sense because I like him more. So guess where I'm going, y'all? I'm going to enjoy this bottle of wine, make out with my boo, and enjoy the skyline views tonight. Bye.
I don't even think that's really one that we even have to discuss. I think she's playing herself short. Now, I'm speaking from a father's perspective. I think she's playing herself short. Because if you can sit and say that you know that this person is somebody that would be good for you. If you can sit and say that you know that this person, he making plans to be with you, he want to see you. This other dude just want to get a bottle of wine and go park somewhere. Do y'all hear me? Ms. Roseanne says she just wants a boy toy. Scott Rowinski said, yup. My man Trey L said, it doesn't make sense to me. She playing herself. She'll want him in about 7 to 10 years. She don't want a good man. She want a boy toy. And, you know, a lot of people will say, well, she young. She should do that when she's young. But let's be honest, at the young age she is, 25, 30, that's probably when she's going to attract the very highest caliber guy that she's going to get, whether he's older than her or her age. I mean, men almost the same, but it's a little bit different. So again, let's get back to the question before I really unbox it. Let me read my man Donnie first. The man she picked is probably just a player and wanting to hit it and quit it, where the other guy probably her Mr. Right, but she's so wrapped up in the wrong place that she's doing herself wrong. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever been so wrapped up in the wrong place that you did yourself wrong. We don't lie here. Let's tell the truth. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've been that person that played yourself short because damn, she fine, or you know what? Ladies, whatever y'all call him when y'all like a guy. I mean, she called him a boy toy. That tells you a lot to me. That tells you a lot where her mindset is. You'll choose the toy over somebody that might come in and really handle business. You know, it's because we think we got forever. It's because we think that, you know what, I put it off. I put it off. He'll still be there. He'll be around. He ain't going nowhere. And then he married. He married with children. Now you waiting on the divorce. Now you waiting for the line of first marriages out of your generation to end, and you got to see who left. What's left in the wreckage. And don't get me wrong. A lot of us have done that. And it's not me speaking from a judgmental standpoint. It's me simply saying that sometimes good comes around and we let it slide. Sometimes good comes around and we let it slide. We let it slip. Because I'm going to play her one more time.
I don't understand how us women can be so picky and we still don't pick right, because why did a guy who I know is so good for me ask me if I wanted to go to dinner and enjoy a walk in the park afterwards today? But it was last minute, so I told him like, no, I'm not feeling like it. Let's try again another time. But then one of my favorite boy toys asked me if I wanted to grab food, a bottle of wine, and enjoy skyline views tonight. And I told him yes. Y'all, I don't understand us women. Maybe we're just not meant to be understood, but I like him more, so it makes sense to me. And it was last minute, but it makes sense because I like him more. So guess where I'm going, y'all? I'm going to enjoy this bottle of wine, make out with my boo, and enjoy the skyline views tonight. Bye.
You know, my mama used to always tell me, don't waste your youth. Don't waste your youth on the wrong one. My man Scott say, I've let the hair without a brain do the choosing for me too. We all have, Scott. And you know, that's why I say I don't look at it from no judgmental standpoint. But if I don't do nothing, I'm going to make sure that I try to teach them, because they can't say that nobody try to reach them. You understand what I'm saying? They can't say nobody tried to lay it out to them. And people tell me all the time, oh, you preaching up on deaf ears, but I don't believe that. I raised 4 girls. I know how the girl mind thinks enough to know that sometimes your eyes will tell you lies. I raised enough boys to tell you, I know how the bald-headed leader thinks, as my daddy will say. Sometimes we allow the wrong things to lead us and we miss our beat. We can't just expect to catch it like it's a boomerang, because sometimes love don't come back. Sometimes when that ship sails, it's a wrap. Donald say, you heard her, she knows he's right for her, but she's just wanting to have some fun. And we're all entitled to having fun. But don't let fun be the reason why you don't have that one that you want. Don't let fun, because see, the fun guy's fun till he not. How many of y'all done got with that fun guy or that fun lady, but that shit went left? It ended up the worst experience you ever had. Tap that like button if it did. It ended up the worst experience that you ever had. How many of y'all have experienced that before? So just because she want to have fun don't mean that you're supposed to always have fun, because some things that start off as fun end up scary as hell. Because sometimes the problem ain't getting people to like you. It's getting rid of them when you don't want to deal with them no more. Sometimes the ones that can always get somebody moderately attractive, got a little charisma about them, know how to put their words together. Sometimes that person right there, the biggest problem they have is they gather entirely too much on their plate. You look up and you got 5 girlfriends. Hell, you didn't even want to start off with one. You just wanted to have what? F-U-N. Fun ain't always it. That's all I'm saying on this subject. And we're going to move on to the next one. What we got here? Now, y'all don't get upset with me. I'm just going through the ones that's been popular today. Bam! Most women have a different set of rules for men that are attractive. He gets it for free, and the other guys pay a fee. Tell me I'm wrong. I am all takers. Tell me I'm wrong. Most women have a different set of rules for men that they are attracted to. He gets it for the free, and the others pay a fee. Drop a 1 in the chat if that's true. Drop a 2 in the chat, and drop a comment in the chat disproving that statement. Because I think it's true. I think it's true. I genuinely do. I genuinely believe that. I believe that. And it is the dating law of attraction. It is the dating law of attraction. Some girls, women, like the bad boys until it's too late. Then they find out the time and pass them by. Pass them by like the bus when they don't see you. You're out there chasing your tail. This is the dating law of attraction. Where, guys, we understand we got to be the ones that step to the woman because 9 times out of 10, most ladies don't approach. And for the ladies that watch this, I want to ask you a question. How many times have you approached a man for a date? How many times have you walked up to a man and said, will you go out with me? I'm interested. I'd like to go out with you. How many times have you done that, ladies? And be honest. And if it's 0, that's fine. If it's 10, that's fine. No judgment. But for the sake of the experiment, how many times have you approached a man and asked him out on a date? I'm going to read this comment right here. Give me a second right here. No, that last girl said as much. Wrong in my case. Now, when you say wrong in your case, Miss Roseanne, what you mean? You never asked anybody out or you always ask guys out? Just curious. Couple times, okay. Couple times is cool. But for the most part, let's be honest here. For the most part, guys, how many times, and we don't have to embellish it, how many times has a woman that you were attracted to approached you and asked you out on a date? And you ain't got to play Pimp Daddy Willie. You know, hey, we just keeping it a buck right now. I'm just curious. Because that don't happen to a lot of guys, and I've always been a popular guy, but I can't sit here and say it's been just a bunch of droves of women that ever asked me to go out. Seriously, and it's not a bad thing. Just like my man Scott Rowinski said, hey, keep it up. We consider it a huge compliment. And why do we consider it a huge compliment, Scott? Because that happens never. It rarely happens. Rarely. Now, when you get older, you probably got 1 or 2 that did, maybe 3 if you was a popular dude, maybe 5 or 6. But it ain't like how a woman is. A woman probably get asked out on a date if she's out and about and looking to go out. That woman probably get asked out on a date at least 50 times in a year, maybe 30 times in a year. If she's out and about, I know we're going to get somebody to say, I ain't had nobody ask me nowhere. I get that. But I'm talking about on average and not just what we usually experience. But the fact of the matter is, the rules are different when you're an attractive man to her. Case in point, if she finds you attractive and well put together, she like how you wearing your clothes, yada yada. If you walk up to her while she's at the gas station, she'll probably smile. She might strike up a conversation with you. If you walk up and she's not attracted, she might blow that dog whistle. She might hit her emergency alert button. She might treat you like you the strangest guy on earth if she's not attracted to you. But if she's attracted to you, oh, you good to go. You gonna get the conversation. You might get her number. Unless you give her weird vibes in that conversation, hey, you locked in. Because women like to date too. Guys, you know, I'm always going to let you know the business. Don't think that all women don't want you to approach them, because women like to date also. Women like to date also. It's not like they don't. So it's about reading their vibes. But like I said, if she's attracted to you, it's going to be different. And if she's not attracted to you and she does take your number, it's going to cost you, brother. These dudes be talking about get your money up, man. That way you can get the woman you want. No. If you were the guy she wanted, you wouldn't have to have your money up, bro. Straight facts. Don't let them get on the internet playing games. If a man handsome enough approaches them that they find to be attractive, I don't care if that man ain't working right now. That lady is going to take his number. Those are the dudes that's dropping off them ladies in them office buildings that are dropping them off and going home and playing PS5. We can deny it if we want to. And people always talk about Pookie. I hear people talking about, oh, yeah, she like them Pookies and Ray Rays. But one thing you better know is this. Shit, there's something Pookie and Ray Ray doing right. Because if Pookie and Ray Ray getting more women than Paul and Roger, then damn it, Paul and Roger might need to take a couple of them Pookie notes. See, and I'm talking as a old, long, many moons ago, retired Pookie. Because, hey, I ain't never really had that big of a problem getting dates. And I didn't have very much money then. So I know damn well it wasn't about the money. I'm just telling you what's real. You ain't got to believe me, but I promise you this. Every guy has a friend that don't have that much money, but always got a woman. Every guy has a friend that don't have that much money, but always got a woman. Miss Ramona, thank you. You know you're not telling no lie. I know, Miss Ramona, I don't be talking out the side of my neck or talking like somebody who don't have no experience. I just be trying to tell my guys what's real in the field. All of this, you got to go and get rich in order for you to get a woman, bro. That's how you find a parasite. That's how you find a dependent. Because now you just playing from your pocket. All you did was one, stepped on your own confidence. See, because a man got to move with confidence whether your pockets is fat or they flat. I'm going to say it one more time so the people in the back can hear me. A man got to move with confidence whether his pockets are fat or his bank account is on flat. It's just that simple. Yes, you'd rather have more money. Yes, you'd rather be able to do all those things. But no, it doesn't mean that just because your pockets ain't where you want them to be, you shouldn't be looking for the woman you want. Bro, that's not how it works, because understand this, you get with the right woman, men build themselves better with the right woman. You tear yourself down with the wrong woman, and that's why so many guys say, nah, bro, nah, build yourself up. Don't worry about dating. That's a person that really don't know how to choose the right woman, and they're looking for one that's out of the range of what they know they really deserve. So they want to play from their pocket, so that way they could get one through the transactional fund. But keep in mind, bro, that money run out, she running out behind it. That money run out, she's running out behind it. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Drop a 2 in the chat if you don't. If I could drop a 1 right now, I would, because I know the business. We don't always have to agree, but when I'm speaking the truth, understand I'm speaking the truth. I'm just trying to put my guys up on game. Now, we stayed on this one long enough, but I get passionate when we talk about things like this because I see a lot of people posting about the male loneliness epidemic. No, a lot of guys just need to sit back and holler at a guy who actually has success in the things they fail in and put their ego to the side. That's all a lot of guys got to do is understand that, you know what, bro? A haircut and a clean outfit will get you a nice woman, bro. It ain't about what's in your pocket, bro. It's what comes out your mouth, number one. Because trust me when I tell you, if you could put your words together, a woman will sit and listen to you. But when you come up to her and you mumble mouth, hamada, 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 you mumble mouth and you can't get it out and you acting all awestruck and you're so beautiful. Damn that. It's like this. If you got an audition on The Voice, you got one chance to walk up there, bro, and make them damn chairs turn around. So you trying to win, or you trying to look at the back of the judge's head? You trying to win? Because see, if you're trying to win, you practice with winners. If you're trying to be average and you still tricking layups at the backboard, then you can listen to folks that don't do it. I see a lot of single guys and, you know, they be giving advice. And, bro, I get it. If you single because you're single by choice, I get it. But if you one of these dudes out here still dating, bro, and you giving advice and you can't hold a woman, respectfully, let the pros teach. And you learn, bro. We need to set our ego to the side for a second when it comes down to that, gentlemen. Now, we're going to unbox a little bit more serious one. And it's a husband that found out the worst news a husband can find out about his wife. We're going to listen to this brother. He reminds me of Sons of Anarchy. And then we're going to unbox it. Let's go.
Just found out my wife of 12 years has cheated on me with 2 other men in the past 12 years. And we have 4 kids together. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to talk to my family. It's too close. I don't want to talk to my friends. It's just... I guess I just don't want anybody to know, but I need somebody to talk to, and I just don't know if that's even a possibility. I mean, do I start over? Do I try? Because I found out about, I found out 1.5 years ago, but then I found out about the other one today. And so now I'm just at my wit's end, I guess. But it's like I have 4 kids. What am I supposed to do?
Man, it's rough to hear. It's rough when you hear stories like that. Because if you're a person that's ever been in a relationship and somebody stepped out on your relationship, or you got kids with them, and then you find out that the lady you married, you got all these kids with, she done tricked off on you 2 times with somebody else. So the question is, she cheated twice. Should he walk away from his family? Let's unbox it. Obviously, that man is in love with that woman. Just for him to even bring it up, my man Scott say 12 years, damn. Just for that man to have the guts to talk about it, just know that brother feeling it. So the question is, if you were with somebody 12 years and you found out that they messed around on you a couple times, Is that enough to leave your family? Let me take this comment. I would question if the kids were his. Damn. Scott said he should get custody of the kids and divorce her. Man, that's heavy. That's heavy because at the end of the day, who loses in that divorce? Who loses biggest in that divorce? Seriously. Let's just say he does take it to court. He files for divorce. He may not get custody because cheating ain't a reason just that they gonna just give you the kids just because she cheated. I'm gonna tell you that now. They ain't gonna just give you custody of the kids just because she cheated. Once a cheater, always a cheater, Scott said. Scott said if it's the kids that's the biggest victims. Miss Roseanne say once, but 3, yeah, no. Bye, disrespectful. And I totally get that. But again, I'm going to say it. At the same time, he stand to lose more if he leave damn near. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's why guys sometimes stay in relationships that they just getting dogged out in. To be honest with you, that's the only way I could put it. My man Larry say, as a man who has been in his, two dudes been in his shoes, but I was 20 years. I tried and kept taking her back for the family, but at the end of the day, I lost myself, and she never repented or stayed faithful. Damn. And you know, that's why we had these conversations, because so many times we don't never get our side of the story heard. So many times our side of the story goes unheard. And it just seemed like, you know what? He left his family. But nobody wanted to talk about the fact that she was out there busting it wide open like a watermelon at the 4th of July picnic. Don't nobody want to say nothing about that. So the question is, she cheated twice. Should he walk away from his family? Kids, wife, house, all that, if he walk away, that's gone. That's cooked. Finished. Ms. Roseanne said, I understand you, but it's not healthy for the kids either. Some people would counter that with saying, why do the kids need to know? Unless y'all arguing in front of the kids, how the hell would the kids know that you cheated? They didn't know mama was cheating. And most times, unless the guy really getting his feelings, he ain't gonna run over and grab the kids up and start talking about, yeah, man, your mama cheated on me. Most of the time, that ain't what men do. Now, I can't say what women do, because you know that ain't my thing. But for the most part, that's not really how guys do. Guys are embarrassed when that happens. I'm gonna tell y'all, most men are embarrassed when shit like that happens because, one, it challenges your manhood. My man Scott say, but he doesn't deserve the constant heartache of her betraying him. I agree. My man Trey said, I was engaged to my children's mother when I found out the facts that she slept with 2 of my cousins. She was sleeping around the whole city, and I seen the facts, not opinion. I've been single for a year now, and I'm content. Hey, salute to you, bro, because remember this. I ain't never knocking nobody's hustle or nobody's moves. I just try to make sure we unbox it to the point where we get a chance to chop it up about it. It's really that simple. And if you content, bro, that's all that really matters. If you content, that's all that matters. Miss Roseanne say they sense the tension regardless, talking about the kids, I imagine. And they probably do sense the tension. And I can imagine that. But Some parents do hide it. Some parents do hide it. So it brings us to our bonus question on this same subject. Question for the people who don't want to get married. If divorce didn't exist, would you still get married? If divorce didn't exist, would you still get married? If divorce didn't exist, would you get married? Drop a 1 in the chat if divorce is the biggest reason that you wouldn't get married. Or drop a 2 in the chat if you too damn content to get married and you don't want to do it, or you did it and it didn't work. Drop a 1 in the chat if you would get married if there was no divorce. Drop a 2 in the chat if you too content to get married. I think that's a really good question, because I see a lot of guys say marriage ain't what men are running from. Men are running from divorce. Because once the divorce come, hey, look, you could be walking out like them old cartoons where you got the suspender and the barrels. So would you get married if divorce didn't exist? You'd have to choose better. You sure enough have to choose better, because once you married him, you married him. My man Scott said, if it wasn't for the fact that I make bad choices, I'd still get married. Hey, Scott, every choice you make is a bad one until it stick. Remember, it's like spaghetti. When it's done, when you throw it against the wall, it's going to stick up there. But if it ain't done, bro, it's going to fall. So every one of the relationships you ever been in your life, you, me, the man on the moon, my mama, your mama, anybody else, the only relationship that worked is the one they stayed in, bro. So we all choose wrong. Understand that. And a lot of people take it when they see me post, I think they hear a different voice inflection than how I'm really presenting it. And of course, they throw their little pushback and all that other stuff. Ms. Roseanne say, not totally against another marriage. I could dig it. It's about finding the right person. Marriage ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody. It's the two people in the marriage that do all the wrong. Marriage ain't never did nothing wrong to anybody. It's the person you choose and the person you choose to allow to choose you. Those are the two people that fuck it up. The institution of marriage ain't did nothing to you. It's worth it. Stick it out. I'd be down for the marriage. Donnie say, yes, it's the fact that marriage isn't the institution it once was, and people, especially ladies, see it as disposable. So ladies, is that true? Do ladies nowadays see marriage as disposable? Is that why women get out of marriages so fast? That's a really interesting take right there. Roseanne said, yes. I never looked at it like marriage was an easy thing to get out of, because I ain't never really thought of getting out of it. I got divorced when I was young and then got married right behind that and been married 20-some years now. So I always was a person that wanted to be married. Always. I'm going to throw the little streamer at the bottom, because I need y'all to know that if you want to support the channel, you can always tap that subscribe button. I made it cheaper than that cup of coffee that you left on your desk that was nasty this morning. And also, if you really want to support, you can go to Amazon Books and pick up either the Playbook Volume 1, and that's our relationship manual, or the Playbook Volume 2, which just released on Amazon today, and that's co-parenting. That is for young parents and the perfect baby shower gift, or somebody having a first child, or even having difficulty at co-parenting or raising the kids that they got. So check that out when you get a chance. I want to make sure I always throw that shameless plug in there. And we are going to move on to our next subject. Let's just pop on in. All right, what we got? Oh, yeah, this is a doozy right here. This is a doozy right here. Let me move that out the way. And yeah. Now, this is a subject that I put up earlier today. And I got to admit, I got a little pushback for it, and I get it. I get it. I mean, y'all going to be who y'all are, and y'all going to say what y'all going to say. But you could be the boss lady with 100 employees, but don't bring that energy home. Your man is not your subordinate. Your man is not your employee. And I know what people going to say. Guys need to do the same thing. I get it. I get it. But what I'm talking about right now is we know right now women are making more money than they ever have in their life. In any generation, women are doing it big. So shout out to the women that are. But for the men who are married to these women or in relationships with these women, this is a message to you, young lady. You can be the boss lady and have all of them employees, but your man is not your employee. Your man is not your subordinate. That is still your man. So my question to you is this. Can a man be the head of the household even though his woman is the breadwinner? Can a man be the head of the household even though his woman is the breadwinner? Drop a 1 in the chat if you think he can. Drop a 2 in the chat if being the head of the household is all about who makes the most money. I know, Miss Roseanne, the guys need to do the same thing as well. That's why I kind of explained it. I know they do. But I'm talking to my ladies right now because the guys that's going to act right, making a lot of money is going to act right. I'm going to be real with you. We've been getting it in for a while. But by so many women now being bosses and really elevated in extremely high places, hey, women are really rising like the cream to the top. So this message is important in my opinion. This message is important in my opinion because you got a lot of folks out here saying that he got to make more money than the woman for her to even allow him to lead the family. Does he have to make more money than the woman to lead the family? Drop a 1 in the chat if he has to make more money than her in order to be the leader of the household, or drop a 2 in the chat if you think that ain't got a damn thing to do with nothing. Mike say, 1, we got to understand we not living in them days no more. Things are inflated. The cost of living is up, and man don't make as much as he did back then. But does that mean that he can't be the leader of the household because she make more money than him? That's my question to you. Because I don't give a damn what I'm making, to be honest with you. I'm still the head of the household. Now, you say this comes down to misunderstanding the roles in marriage. And I'd like to hear that, Mike. I appreciate you and your input, bro. And I want you to expound on it a little more for me. Because, in my opinion, I don't think what you bringing in on your paycheck got a damn thing to do with me being the leader of the household. Because if you want to be the complete leader of the household, if somebody kick that door off the hinges and come up in here trying to take everything we got, you gonna be the leader then, honey? You gonna be the leader then? When it's below 0 outside, the kids is in the car, we got a flat tire, the lugs is damn near froze on the tire, we don't have AAA because we don't have no phone signal. We ain't got our own star in our car. You gonna be the leader then, honey? When somebody got to get out there and twist that four-way? I'm just asking. What happens when you take the leadership role away from the leader? Oh my goodness, it's a fire. Somebody got to throw two people over their shoulder, one on each shoulder. Baby, you gonna carry both of you gonna carry all me and the kids out, or am I going to make sure that I put y'all to safety and I'm gonna take what come with this fire? A man's protection and his provision is not all about his pockets. When the love is real, he gonna put himself between you and harm's way. That's a leader. How could you expect a man to be willing to give the most ultimate sacrifice, but he can't make no kind of judgment calls or decisions in the household because you make more money? I don't know about that. A woman got to let that man lead. She can't get too caught up in thinking just because she make more money than him, she's superior over him. Roseanne said, I've been the leader because he didn't know how to change the tire. But Miss Roseanne, respectfully, that's because you chose a man that wasn't a leader. You dig what I'm saying? And I bet you he probably ain't still around. Now, he may be, in no disrespect at all, but you know, respectfully, you know how Uncle Rice gonna talk. I'm gonna always unbox it with you if you say it. That brother probably didn't last long as a fart in the windstorm. He can't even get out and change the tires. He ain't even strong enough to break the lug. I ain't no gigantic dude. I'm tall, but I ain't no muscle-bound dude. But I bet you this, we get a flat tire, I bet my lady ain't lifting a finger. I bet if we got a fire in the house, I can throw over my shoulder and make sure she get the safety. And my chihuahuas and my little calico cat. And then worry about me. See, we have to understand that a lot more comes with being a leader. And we need to teach our daughters and our sons this. A lot more comes with being a leader than paying bills and looking good in a suit, walking, holding your lady's pocket. Just because she makes more than you, don't make you no less masculine, no less of a man, and no less of a leader. If you don't have leadership skills, trust me, the playbook 4 is coming out. I will give you an all-inclusive list of the things that you need to work on. And if you know little guys that don't have leadership skills, or you raising a son, these are the things that they need to learn. People always say a woman can't raise a man, but you know what the playbook is going to do? It's going to give you information that you couldn't have had, mama. It's going to give you information that you can teach your youngin'. Now you can't teach him to throw a football, but Lamar Jackson's mama used to practice out in the yard with him. So those type of things, yeah. But it's critical things that fathers teach their sons, and leadership is one. Because naturally, mama, if he see you being the leader, he gonna naturally want to defer to a woman who's a leader, until through trial and error, he learns himself how to be a leader. Some of our young men don't get to be leaders because they don't get to the trial. They only run across the error. Drop a 1 in the chat if y'all feeling that. We have reached our hour. And I want to thank Mike Sykes, my man Donnie, Scott Rowinski. Let me make sure I don't miss nobody in here, because y'all been doing the thing today. And I got to get David Johnson. Let me make sure I don't miss nobody that popped in here with me. My man Trey L. Appreciate you, brother. Make sure I look through here, because if I miss you, charge it to my head, not to my heart, because I'm not going back through all of these comments. Just understand that we meet here on a daily basis so we can unbox the things that folks don't like to talk about. Because people get, and this is a small disclaimer for the people that see my content every day. I don't sugarcoat anything. I have a phrase, no sugar. I'm not going to give you the soft truth. Hard truth, no soft lies. I'm your man Rice D, aka Uncle Rice, and you have been unboxing it GMP style. We appreciate you in abundance, and we will catch you on the next one.